And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
Hey everybody, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the air quality because I know smoke is kind of always on our minds, especially when you're outside here in our beautiful air. There's actually some cleaner air that was coming in from the west. So if you look at the mountains, a lot of the smoke that we had kind of from the weekend, which wasn't even that bad, has been moved out of the way. So noon through 6 o'clock, we're in pretty good shape. Even with westerly winds, a lot of times westerly winds were what brought smoke back. Through tomorrow, maybe some haze in the plains. I think we're still in pretty good shape. We should see the mountains very clearly, and that's exactly what we have on our sky cam here. This is from our KOAA studio. It's pretty warm outside, but some cooler air is trying to bump in from the north. 85 degrees at the airport, but on the north side of town, a couple degrees cooler. Pueblo, it is warm, it is hot, it's 89, and we know we're going to get hotter. Some of this dry air definitely not helping, and all the sun is part of it too. So there's kind of a cool front, a boundary up to our north, moving some rain through the Dakotas. Wish that was here, but it at least pushed some cool air down. And behind that cooler air mass, we might get some stray storms later today. Goodness, it would be nice to be in the 60s like we have up by Casper and Rapid City. We are pretty hot, but that colder pool of air should come on down this evening. And actually, that's when maybe we could get a couple storms. Kind of wondered if this outflow boundary, this line moving here, could produce a couple thunderstorms. Doesn't seem like we have enough moisture to do so. And what rain we actually have up on the north edge of the state, well, it's kind of falling apart. Modeling seems to be on board with this. It kind of knew we'd get some clouds to thicken up behind that boundary, and it was suggesting we use some of that energy by about 3 to 4 o'clock to maybe spark 1 or 2 storms. I would say most likely in eastern El Paso County. So Colorado Springs city proper, like downtown, a very small storm chance today. Probably not really a very good chance of happening. We could perhaps keep some of that energy around through 5 and 6 o'clock. And maybe something tries to drop off the wet mountains this evening into Pueblo County east. But a lot of times when I see storms like this on the modeling, we kind of know with our dry atmosphere, nothing actually falls. So don't get your hopes too high for rain today and tonight, even though there's a chance in Pueblo and El Paso County. Tomorrow, there's a little bit more room to work here. There's more energy, there's more wind shear, there's more moisture. So there is a severe outlook all the way back to the interstate through the plains. And the modeling is, it's kind of showing some good stormy action. So between about 2 to 4 o'clock, El Paso County, we get storms that move east. Maybe a second little batch rolls through Pueblo County and moves east overnight. Severe weather is probably most likely in our farther east counties. But we'll see what happens. There's definitely energy for some big stuff in Colorado Springs, Pueblo. So that's why I wanted to go with a larger impact scale for tomorrow. Anytime I think hail is a threat, I want to give us at least a 3 on the impact scale. And I think that we are going to see temperatures either kind of hanging around 90 or into the upper 80s through the long term. So if we can't get some rain tomorrow, we're going to be hurting for a little bit. Pueblo, we are going to be in the 90s pretty long term here. We've got our storm chance tomorrow, hoping for some rain. It may not really show up until kind of into the evening, but we'll see what we can get. Kind of the same in Canyon City. I'd say the severe threats are a little lower in Canyon City, but storms could be stronger. We're going to see dry weather and hot air to the weekend. Woodland Park staying pretty warm through the extended with our storm chance tomorrow. Renee, not to use the S word, but a couple models next week are saying maybe Tuesday. Some snur could be getting a little close to Teller County, so we'll see what happens.
Oh my goodness, I may be covering that, so you know, I got to get excited now for that, Sam. Thank you for the heads up, though.